my neighbors can hear what I'm talking about. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Hi, that's the camera. I'm Austin. I'm an English teacher. Also MC. Also an English learner. I live in Indonesia. I'm Indonesian. I've been living nearly my whole life here. And I've been to some countries, but none of them is English-speaking countries. Well, I hope that I can go there someday after the pandemic. Anyway, why am I here? I'm here because of my friends, and then my students, also my followers on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, do follow at Austina Permana, because I share English lessons and then English exercise. Sometimes I do tips and tricks. So do follow at Austina Permana. And going back to the reason why I'm here because of my friends. I'm here because of my friends, my followers, and then also my students who've been telling me to have my own YouTube channel. And I've always said yes to their suggestion. Oh yeah, okay, I'll do it. Okay, don't forget to subscribe my channel once I have one. But I've never really got around to doing it. And turned out it takes a global pandemic for me to finally realize my own YouTube channel. What would my channel be about? Okay, I'm scratching my head because I'm thinking no. So what I would share on my YouTube channel is definitely about English, vocabularies, expressions, and also grammar topics, because believe it or not, I love grammar. I'm not a grammar Nazi, but whenever I get grammar questions, I get excited. Even though I don't know the answer at the moment you ask the question, I would try to find the answer and then explain it to you. And then after that, this one, I would address the struggle that you face, that I face, whenever we want to practice English on daily basis in Indonesia, because it is challenging. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's challenging to put those English theories that you have learned, right? Those new vocabularies that you get from movies, from books, from songs that you listen, that you watch, and then you want to put them into practice, and you're just like, how am I going to do this? Because I don't have anyone to speak English with. I mean, like, I'm in the same environment, I'm in the same situation as you are. I have no one to speak English with, so we're in the same boat. My first video would be about one top tip. Camera, one top tip. One top tip to help you become a fluent English speaker. When you live in a country like Indonesia, okay, which is not a speaking English country, and still consider English as a foreign language. Wow, that's a lot of information. Create the opportunity. Yeah, creating the opportunity. Because the issue is, if you live in Indonesia and you want to be able to be a fluent English speaker, is that we don't have the opportunity to use English. There isn't any situations where we have to use English, you know? I mean, to survive at least, or to achieve what we need. We can just do everything on day-to-day basis using Bahasa Indonesia. So that's why we have to create the opportunity to use English. And by creating the opportunity to use English means that we need to be proactive. So here are the things that I've been doing, and they work like a charm. When you have an English partner, the first thing that you have to set, okay, the ground rules that you guys have to set is that you need to set boundaries when you guys can make correction for every errors that your friends make, or when you guys can just, speak out your mind. Another English partner that you might have is when you take a course. When you take an English course, then you have a teacher or a classmate. when you have a teacher and a classmate, and then before the class starts, you know, the teacher would start off with, hey, how are you guys doing? And you can start talking about the things that you want to be able to talk about. Those who have no partner to speak English with, what you guys have to do, once again, you guys need to be more proactive, okay? Never think that by watching videos, my videos, or whoever videos that you guys watch about learning English, or watching movies, or listening to songs, okay, just by doing that, then you can magically become a fluent English speaker. Never. It will never happen. Why? Because listening and reading are receptive skills. The only thing that you do is just receiving information. It's just receiving new vocabularies. It's just receiving new expressions. The next thing that you have to do after you receive those information is that you need to do a productive skill or productive skills, practicing productive skills. And they are writing and speaking. Okay, that's when you will brush up your speaking skills. You know, because the thing about speaking is that, like, whenever you read something or whenever you hear a new word, the word won't be just available whenever you guys need it when you speak. Okay, how that words become available and you can just like easily grab it, you know, whenever you need, whenever you want to say something, whenever you want to say it, is by practicing it, by saying it a lot, so that, let's say, they become on the top list of your vocabulary bank, you know. If you don't practice them, they will be buried somewhere in your brain, in your memory story. First is I write English captions on Instagram. So once I like one thing or one statement or one quotes from the book or from anywhere, okay, I'm not just gonna copy and then paste it. No, I'm gonna read it until I understand, and then I'm gonna write the caption using the idea from the statement that I like, and then I'm gonna incorporate my own words. So I'm gonna explain the idea using my own words. That's first. And then second, on Insta story, I will always talk in English. Why? Because I know that it's nerve-wracking for some people. I know that because when you speak English on Insta story, the first pressure is that like there will be people watching. You know that there will be people watching, even you can see who watch your video, right? And then second, you know, like you have to finish everything that you want to say within 15 seconds. Well, some people don't really bother with how many posts they make, but yeah, some people care about that. And it's nerve-wracking, I know, but you can start with just record yourself, you know, just talk to the camera and then record it, and then whenever you want to take your fluency further, then you can post it on your social media or your Instagram. Because you know, by posting a video of you speaking English, like you create an opportunity to have a conversation. People will comment on your video either in Bahasa or in English, right? They can start with just giving you emoji, or they can just like say in one word like, oh cool, oh amazing, or like, oh you're speaking English, huh, apa-apaan lo? Oh, that's okay. The point is you create an opportunity to converse in English, okay? So maybe like out of 10 comments coming to you, 2 of them are comments that you can take further. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep playing with my hair because you know what? Because it's hot. It's really hot. I don't know why I'm choosing this top. Why? Next time I'm gonna wear long sleeve whenever I make videos. Sweating. You know what? Like, I have opened the goddamn door and it's still hot. Look at this. Ta-da! I think all my neighbors can hear what I'm talking about. Alright, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Okay? Anyway, But if you're still afraid of people's judgment on your English fluency, talk to animals. Talk to animals or talk to kids. Okay, they won't judge. That's it. No pun intended. Because it's the fact. They won't judge. Next one is, oh, that's it. If you think that my video will come in handy, considering subscribing and turn on the thingy-mabob. The ring what? The ring button, right? Thank you for watching my video. Until then, bye.